Good morning, traders. Welcome to the Friday Showdown. I got your favorite guest, FxBigDog, joining us here, and we're going to do some live trading. So stick around. We're going to show you how we use our one and only tool, the Pip Hunter tool, how we implement these trades, and how we manage these positions. We're going to dive into the market and look at 5 to 4 pairs, and we're going to go ahead and do some analyzing and some live trading. So if you're excited, stick around through the whole video, and we'll start right after this.
What up? What up? What up? What's going on, traders? Good, happy Friday, Cam. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's Friday. Kidding me?
Yeah, it is Friday. It is Friday. Hey, traders, welcome to the show. And Cameron, thank you for bringing me back on the show here on a Friday as we go ahead and dive into the market setups. And getting pretty excited about the weekend because we did it. I don't know if any of you followed me on my my trading account or my YouTube channel on Wednesday. We do Wednesday sort of updates. We call it the What Now Wednesday mid update. So it is basically looking at the market and saying, hey, we're taking one currency at a pair and we're just breaking it down and saying, what's going on? What is going on? And giving a sort of like a deeper analysis on the market. So make sure you guys subscribe not only to the Traders Network Club channel, but also subscribe to the FxBigDog trading channel. A lot of good content coming your way, so make sure you go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell. With that being said, traders, we're going to go ahead and dive into some trades, as Kevin mentioned. We're going to dive into some live trades today. I want to just say this, and this is so important, right? I want to make sure that this is clear and that everyone understands, all right? We are the real deal, all right? There's not many traders out there that actually go ahead and place live trades, give you the live trades in a live show. This is not recorded and then posted later when we get a good setup. No, every trade we take is live. And what we're doing is we're placing these trades in the live market in the live session so that we can show you, hey, this is how real traders trade. This is how real traders take advantage of trading opportunities. And this is not recording a great setup and then go ahead and post in that. There's a lot of that out there, traders. You got to be careful. People are getting caught up in all this hype and huge results, big this, big that, and it's just not real. A lot of fake stuff out there. Be safe, be cautious, be vigilant. All right. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into exactly what we're talking about this morning, and that is some live trades. Come and share your screen. We can go ahead and get started. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into the first trade this morning. And so I'll go ahead and share my screen and go ahead and show you what we have set up right about here this morning. Is this too small? I like this setup right here. We can see each other on the side here. Yeah. All right. Let's keep it this way for now. Okay. So, looking at the trading opportunities this week, we noticed that we do have the Canadian Swiss that's been doing something. This is the pair that I spoke about this week. And I want to remind everyone that we had some rate decisions coming out this week for the pound and for the Swiss franc. And the rate decision that came out this week was very simple. They kept the rates, they cut the rates 25 basis point. The Swiss National Bank actually came out and said, no, we're going to keep the rates unchanged. And then guess what? Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. They cut the rates 25 basis point, which was probably going to be the inevitable thing they were going to do. And they surprised the market. And that just created a little bit more excitement with the move that we saw initially. And I said this, we're going to have what we call just a slight dip, which is of course manipulation. And we said that we need manipulation in order to have the confirmation, right? So there's three phases of the market that we focus on. And we focus on distribution, Well, first accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution. Those are the three phases, and we cannot have, just like I said at the Wednesday show. If you missed that, make sure you check out my YouTube channel and watch that show called What Now. And we missed the entry point. Oh, sorry, my bad. We needed to wait for the manipulation to take place in order to get the confirmation. All right, traders, very important. Wait for it. Now, when you have news like this is normally a I keep struggling with this word, Cameron. The accumulation manipulative move. All right, that is where we see manipulation. Is when we see a news announcement taking place. All right. You know what? I'm gonna have to call it another name because I'm struggling with that. I can't get my lips around that word manipulation all the time. When I say it, sometimes I say manipulation. All right, but I'm gonna have to come up with a better word than that because I get stuck in that word all the time. So this is the thing. When we're looking for these setups, all right, and I'm gonna go now to the charts. We're gonna go ahead and look for the same thing. And I always start off looking at the larger time frame. All right. So I'm going to go to the weekly time frame. And what I've done is I've gone ahead and looked for my liquidity levels, buy and sell, and I've identified where that is. And then I'm looking for manipulation around those areas. And as you can see right here, we have a low down there. Price came down and we had manipulation. Now, the previous candle will be my accumulation. All right. So I'm looking at my candle range. I've got accumulation. And now I'm looking for manipulation right here. We did get that manipulation taking place. If you go down to the low time frame, you can actually see a lot more clearly. In fact, the daily describes this so well because check it out right here. So here you have your well, there we go. First, we first got to have accumulation. So we've got our accumulation forming right here. This is my range candle. Then we have the manipulation down here below, and then price comes back up inside here. So traders, we're looking for price to come up and take out the high here. It's 65.31. This is one of the milestones. Now, what we'd like to see here, I would like to see not just a sweep of the high, but actually displacement above that. That's important. All right. It's important for a couple of factors because we want to see continuation of this market's move. All right. Now, in this move right here, there is going to be market cycles, right? And it's going to be able to give us sort of an indication where price can go to. And this is where things are key. Because if you don't understand market cycles, then you're not sure where price is going to turn when it goes ahead and takes out that high. And so this is where we now move down to the 1 hour chart. And I'm doing everything on my on one chart. I'm moving in between the different time frames on one chart just to simplify it. But here it is. This was the initial wave 1. Then we have wave 2. This is huge wave 3 right here. So we know that we're currently in this wave 4. All right. Now you can see how price came back to this fair value gap right here. We had a nice little fair value gap. You can see that we had the encroachment area, the consequent encroachment area right here, where price came back to retest, use that as a support level, bounced off that, and went back up north. We see a breaker block a little bit lower than that. We didn't really get to that breaker block, but the market's gone and taken off. Now, where are we going? Well, this is the target up here at the top. 30, looks like 37. So 65.37 is the upside target. And so I now have to look at this and go, all right, what do we have here? We've got about 15 pips. Now, the price can move slightly above that. Now, is there a chance the price is going to move back down south again? It could be. We could get a move to the downside right here, and that move could bring us back down to take out the lows right here, come back to test this breaker block, and that means that we could see about a 30 pip downside move. Traders, this is what's important, right? I have to evaluate. Is it good for me to enter now and go long with the possibilities that I'm spitting all over the place here, with the possibilities of price pulling back to a breaker block and then moving back up north? That breaker block's 30 pips away. I'm okay with that, all right? Because the overall is still anticipating price to go back up north. So Cameron, without hesitation right here, let's go in with a buy. Are we in on a buy?
Well, Cat Swiss is the only pair that we're holding positions from last Friday. So
Okay, hold on. Let's just show this out. All right, let's go ahead and show this out. All right, so here's the trade. So where is our target on the CAD Swiss? Just give me the break point.
Yeah, where's it? Oh, here it is. Break even's at 65.73.
Okay, 73. That's perfect. Okay, so 65.73. All right, let's go back to this right here. Okay, 65.73. We go back to the daily time frame and the weekly time frame. All right. First, I'm going to go to the weekly. And traders, this is the long term. This is actually a midterm goal right here. As price starts showing reversal down here, I'm looking for price to go all the way up here to 67.16. So 65, Cameron said 65.73, right?
65.73. Yeah.
Okay. So where's our next level of resistance? Right here at 6,600. So traders, we can actually, in fact, if we want to, we can gain a little bit more on this. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and tell Cam, change your target. Set your target. We've got 10 positions in. What is our break even point?
65.73.
60. Okay, a break even point is it's at 60. All right, I'm losing it. It's Friday, guys. And trust me, I haven't even started tequila yet. All right, so this is the thing. 65.73. I want to go ahead and chase after about 30 pips above that. Okay, that's going to give me with 10 positions 300 net pips. Cameron, change our target to net pips of 300 pips. All right, that's a 300 pip gain on this particular, because I'm expecting price to come back to retest this area right here. That's about 30 pips from a break even. All right, that's going to see some price rejection, and that's okay. We'll see some pullback. All right, now in the meantime, traders, I need to understand that there is going to be some sort of price rejection of my 1.27, which is right about here at 65.37. But if it pushes through there, okay, if it pushes through there, we go into 65.64. And if that's going to happen, it means we're just going to have an extra boost in this move. And then 66 will be the next sort of turnaround point. All right, cool. We're good. Cam, what's your pair for today?
We'll go ahead and take a look at the New Zealand CAD.
Alrighty, let's do it.
And looking at the 4-hour, you see price retrace back up, rejected off that inversion. Like to see that. And prices continue. We do see some accumulation right here, so there's some liquidity right here that I'd like to see price sweep these lows of this area of accumulation. So that's really my target here, is these lows at this accumulation here, and we have about almost 20 pips there. We could see price continue to move lower. We have a daily BISI here. I would like to see price go ahead and rebalance this insufficiency that we have. If you look at the daily, we swept buy side, so I do think that we're going to see some rebalancing here on the higher time frame model. We should see price move lower. There is equilibrium here for price to rebalance equilibrium of this price leg, which is also in that BISI. So not only are we rebalancing equilibrium, but we're also rebalancing insufficiency. So this is
What is that area there, Cam? What is that area around there that you're talking about? The price that what is
that's
that?
this is where we're targeting the VIP this low in this BISI right here, which is at about 83.05.
83.05. Okay.
That's where I expect a price to rebalance. This is my draw of liquidity. Oh, my mouse is like really funky, so I'm drawing terribly. But this is my draw of liquidity. This area of insufficiency and this low that's inside it. So I expect to see a continuous move to the downside. But just looking at the shorter time frame here, or the smaller model, we can go to 1 hour. That I want to see these lows of this accumulation get taken. So I do think we have some room to the downside. We could see price even move further down as well. So I'm pretty bearish here on New Zealand CAD. Like you were just talking about the CAD Swiss, we are seeing some bullish sentiment here in the CAD, in the Canadian dollar. So we are seeing that once again, this distribution. It's funny thing is I literally said the exact same thing as Big Dog in the VIP session this morning on the CAD Swiss. Accumulation, manipulation, and distribution, and expecting for these highs of the accumulation to be taken. as we're also rebalancing back to equilibrium. But I expect looking at the daily that we could see the CAD Swiss also continue to move bullish. So that makes me also pretty bearish on the New Zealand CAD. So I'm going to sell here on New Zealand CAD.
Yeah, we definitely got to come up with a better name with that accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. I'm thinking range. I'm just still come up with a word for manipulation, but range, something else, and then of course swing.
I,
Um,
I like saying manipulation.
or
That's a nice
pump.
word to say, manipulation.
Yeah, manipulation is easy when you just say just like this, like manipulation, 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 right? It's easy. But when you're not like, I don't know, we're not really thinking about the word, then it's like, okay, or is it just me, Cam? Is
I
it
don't know.
just me?
I think it's just you. I don't know.
All right, someone's gonna have to bring me some tequila here because this is BS. All right, so let's go ahead and get this. All right, so let's get this trade going. So you said you're gonna go ahead and long, short.
No, sure. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure in
short
New
the
Zealand CAD.
New Zealand CAD.
Yeah.
All right, well that's good. That's good news because we do have some further downside. If you follow my trade ideas, we are in on the New Zealand CAD, and we are looking for a further move to the downside on that particular pair. We've seen some nice upside move, by the way, in the Dow this morning, and that's going to cause a risk-on trading environment. So, with that being said, then let me go ahead and jump into the sister pair that Cameron just reviewed, and that is going to be the Aussie CAD. All right, what is the Aussie Caddy doing this morning? Aussie Caddy, do you see what I did there? So, what is it doing this morning? It is at the moment right now. Let's go ahead and break this down. Okay, so we see that we are in a range. All right, we're in a candle range right here on the weekly. Price is struggling to break above that. Now, this is where we should start looking for manipulation. There we go. I said it again. All right, and so we see a large candle up here. Look for reversal over here at the top. Absolutely going down to the daily time frame. Looking to see if I've got something here. Look at that bearish engulfing. All right, we got a bearish engulfing candle that a couple of days. We got the retest of that bearish engulfing. What? Yes, we did. And we did close out bearish below that previous daily range. Traders, this means today is a bearish day. That means if we go to the lower time frame, 1 hour time frame, we should be looking for sell-offs. And look at this. We have a beautiful setup here developing right here. Now, this is the 1 hour, but we have the market going ahead and creating a low, creating a high, creating a low again, then sweeping the high, but only enough to come back over here to retest this area. This is just a retracement move. This is wave 1. I'm going to pull this in as wave 4. There we go. We're in wave 4. And this is what I like to call, and everyone else that understands Elliott Wave, it's called a what? It's called a, come on, I can't hear you guys. All right. So it's called a irregular flat. All right. An irregular flat is where price goes ahead and takes out the low, and that's where we see manipulation. Then we go ahead and take out the previous high. And a lot of traders think that this is now, of course, a market structure shift, and they want to go ahead and start buying the market, but they don't realize that this is actually manipulation again inside a range. Cameron, before I go ahead and forget, sell. All right, just sell the sucker because this is heading further down south. We're going to sweep the low down here. We're chasing after the low down here. And that's going to give us a trade sitting up right about at 90.77. So we got plenty of momentum to the downside. I think we're going to continue to move it down. Just like you on the New Zealand CAD, I'm going to sell the Aussie CAD right here. Did we get in on that trade?
Yes.
Okay. How come I'm not seeing my trades popping up here? Huh, interesting. All right, cool. All right, we should be good on that one. All right, what do we got left? Last one, euro.
We have the euro, US dollar, and the US dollar CAD.
All right, you go ahead and break it down, and I'm going to go ahead and throw some ideas on that as well.
Yeah, US dollar CAD.
Hey, before you do, Cam. Hey guys, listen here. Just a reminder: our shows, and I got this one, Cam. Our shows are sponsored by a broker, and we want to just show some appreciation. Check out this video. All right. Well, we wanted to say if you don't have a broker, all right, check out ACAP. First, number one, they're a great broker out in Australia, a regulated broker, and that's important. Good company, good to work with. Also, very important, because of ACAP, we're able to give our services for absolutely $0 with you with an open live trading account. Depending on how much you fund the account, we can give you up to 12 months of free services here at Traders Network Club just because of ACAP. So they are a very, very sort of supportive company to help us be able to get traders more active in trading and to be able to get them positive. So if you're looking for a broker or you're looking to get a good kickstart in trading, check out ACAP, open up a live trading account, check out the links in our description or on our website, Traders Network Club. There is if you're not sure where everything is, just contact us at support@tradersnetworkclub.com. I'm going to go ahead and Cameron, go ahead and put that down there below. Make sure you go ahead and check out support@tradersnetworkclub.com. Send that email. We'll go ahead and get you set up and help you with the process. All right. We want to help you guys. We want to help you get started. So make sure you go ahead and check that out. All right, Cameron, floor is yours.
All right. All right. Let's take a look at the U.S. dollar CAD. um, and once again, same thing last Friday. I believe I talked about the U.S. dollar CAD, and you're in the VIP. We're holding some sells, targeting this daily low right here. Looking at candle range theory, right? We swept the high of this daily range, and we're looking for price to come sweep the low of this daily range. So that's exactly where I'm targeting at sell side here of this daily range at 36.63. That's my target for the draw of liquidity. So going the 4 hour, what do we see? We continue to see very choppiness in this range. You can see prices very choppy in this range, but we did respect this breaker block. So we knew bearish sentiment was in play here, and we did sweep sell side. So we rejected it a little bit, but I still continue to believe that price is going to move into this fair value gap where we see that daily sell side liquidity. And I expect that to be taken. So we have some more confluence added to this bias. Is now we see price come back up as we swept that sell side, rejected, come back up, and we're rejecting off this order block. Also a 4 hour inversion fair value gap. Okay, so price came back to rebalance, retest the inversion. Also rejected off the order block. So that's giving me more confluence that we're going to move lower, and obviously targeting my sell side daily range. Okay, so or the low of that range. So that is exactly where I'm targeting. That is going to be more than 20 pips here on this trade. That is about 32 pips there. So we'll have enough room to go ahead and target that. And as well for the VIP, I believe we're targeting the VIP was like what 230 pips. So
Okay.
if we sweep that sell side, that's 230 pips net pips there on the US dollar CAD. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go with a sell here on the US dollar CAD. I am gonna continue to expect some bearish move there.
All right. I'm just looking over here. It's a couple of things here. Okay, so the big thing here is, and it's just amazing how Cameron's analysis does line up completely with my analysis as well. Also looking for the market and sweep that low right there, 36, call it 30, sorry, 30, 36.60 around about there. Looking for the market, sweep that low. This is my candle range right here. But also looking at this larger weekly range and expecting price to come down all the way down here to 35.43. And if you really go ahead and look at the bigger picture, traders, we're probably going to be heading down to 3,200 all the way down there, long term, midterm, call it whatever you want. So some great setups are developing here on the US dollar CAD, and this also comes back to a lot of questions that at the end of the year when we have our elections taking place here in the US on the 5th of November. It's gonna be coming down to how's the dollar going to going to perform with the two presidents, whether it's Biden, whether it's Trump. How's the dollar going to perform? And if you actually look at overall, we did notice that back in 2016 when Trump did come into play, we did have the dollar at a stable level. Remember, traders, no country wants to have a strong currency, nor do they want to have a really weak currency, all right? because strong currency means they're not going to bring they're not going to bring outside currency into the country, which helps with GDP. So you want to have a currency that is strong enough to be a sort of a powerhouse in the world, all right, but at the same time not too strong that people can't afford to come and visit, come and do sort of business here in the US. So that's the important thing there. But we had a good, stable sort of level where the dollar was at. Now, with the dollar at the moment right now, I believe the dollar is a little bit over leveraged at the moment right now, and that we do see a downside move overall on the dollar, and that would mean that could it be that we may have a change in the presidency? All right, could the White House be different in 2025? Well, the technicals don't lie, and we do see an anticipation that the market's going to head back down south. Hey, look, I don't want to get into politics. No one throw out your votes right here, all right? This is not the election polls, but what you need to do is you need to go ahead and really evaluate what the markets did back in 2016 and then 2020, and look at the way the markets have moved, and you'll have a fair idea based on how the structure's set up, what we could anticipate back in 2024, well, at least the end of 2024, meaning 2025. So it's just interesting. It's just interesting how things materialize and how things work out. But check it out. All right. Now, Cameron, I think we got the euro US dollar as the last currency pair, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, let me go ahead and put that up over here. So euro US dollar. Going to the weekly time frame first. Let's dive into the weekly. Now, I did notice that we have a significant level right about there. That price may come back to retest, but I don't know because it's already tested already. If you see right here, we had a break it back up. This big swing right here from the bottom all the way to the top right here is creating that first large swing. And therefore, we're expecting price to go all the way up here. The only way it's going to get up there, traders, is the dollar to fall. All right. If the dollar falls, then yes, we can see price going up to the 1.1935. So if you want to do any traveling out in Europe, maybe it'd be a good time to go ahead and start planning things and paying ahead of time, because we're going to see some upside move in the euro against the dollar. Now, if we take a look at the weekly range, this is the candle range right here, traders. Here we had a bearish candle right here, and then check that out. We've got an inside bar. Now, price has not taken out the low yet, so we're not seeing manipulation. I'm just going to throw it out there. We haven't seen that yet, but the accumulation is there in the range. All right, there's the candle range. So the weekly candle range. This is an interesting candle. Okay, this means, traders, that maybe next week we could see some sort of sweep of the low. All right, to manipulate that low and then get back into the range, and that might just give us a buy-in opportunity. Now, let's go to the daily time frame. Let's go dig deeper into the daily. So the weekly is telling us that we may end up seeing, if this is the way the candle is going to close, we may end up seeing a reversal in the next week's trading. Go to the daily candle. Look at the daily candle right here. Daily candle is struggling to break out of this range, and we've come back to test the bottom of the range again, which means that we may end up seeing, with that candle, we may end up seeing a close and open on Sunday that's going to be bullish for the week, at least at the start of the week. So I'm leaning more, Cameron, for a bullish move in the euro US dollar. But let's not stop there. Let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. Just a little bit of a heads up, guys. I did mention the possibility of manipulation first before the rally. So there's the low. If I look at where price is at the moment right now, price will have to go below about 25 pips plus. So we're going to get picked up right here. Now, what's important is where we get in. We're going to space our entry points 25 pips apart, which means that when price comes back to retest that support again, we want to get in. And if it drops below that 25 pips, we want to get in again, because we know there's going to be manipulation. So Cameron, buy right now. I want to get in right now on a buy on the euro US dollar, expecting, hey, a possible manipulation. But if it doesn't, and I'm all wrong, which means it's okay, then that means we're going to go ahead and reach our 20 pip profit on this particular trade. Traders, everything's about planning. All right, you've got to be strategic about things. This is like working on a chessboard, right? You're like basically looking at your chess pieces here, and you're moving things around in order to be able to get the best setup so that you can go ahead and strike and call it the day, right? And this is what it is right here. We're trying to go ahead and get a checkmate on the board right here. And all we're doing is just moving the pieces around and making sure that we get in at the right place. And also, just another FYI, all right, using strategies like stop losses, right? When we talk about risk management, using strategies like stop losses and using strategies with cost averaging without stop losses, there's a timing for both of them. All right, there's an absolute timing for both of them. And why am I saying that? I'm saying this because traders, if you really think about this, right? If you think about the way the markets move, and you understand that there is going to be different types of setups that sort of you need to apply different types of risk management to it. And the one thing I'm going to say here, if you're a trader that likes to use stop losses and you feel more comfortable using stop losses to manage your risk, then make absolutely certain that when you're looking for these type of setups like we did this morning, we did not have manipulation. And without manipulation, it puts the trade at risk of possible manipulation. And therefore, if you've got a stop loss, guess what manipulation means? All right, stop hunt, my friends. Oh, I got a new name. I think I'm going to use that now. I'm going to call it range, stop hunt, and then thrust. That sounds sexual. Maybe I shouldn't do that. But this is the thing. We're looking for these accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution, right? And so if you're using stop losses and you don't have manipulation on the move, guess what? Stop hunt. You're going to be stopped out if you're looking to place your stop loss below that low, because that's what you've been taught, right? You'll be saying, hey, if I get in on a trade, where'd I put my stop loss? Well, put it behind the low. That's the safest place. No, that's where you get the markets to spike you out. All right. So make sure, traders, that you absolutely understand what the market conditions are. And then just don't be that blindsided person where just say, like, you're just so naive and you're like, no, what? I'm placing my stop loss right here. This is what I need to do. Because if you do that, guess what's going to happen? You're going to feel the heat, my friends. All right. When that stop gets popped. All right. We're good. All right, Cameron, this is it. Man, what an exciting Friday. Man, Friday's been absolutely killer. Listen, guys, thanks for joining, man. Thanks for joining. We'd just like to have a little bit of fun out here on a Friday. It is Friday. I mean, no one really should be working on a Friday. I think they should call Friday a public holiday because Friday is really about, and I use Fridays to be able to really understand what's going on, what's been going on in the week, do a little bit of sort of like soul checking on the market in the week. But also, it's really, I like to call the Friday focus day. Friday is really focus day. This is where you now start looking at things differently. You start adjusting things. You start managing things differently. You start focusing on possible updates that are needed. Those are the things that you should be paying attention to on Friday. So, guys, have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. We'll see all guys. We see everyone back again next week for another showdown. And make sure, traders, you check out my YouTube channel, FxBigDog. Make sure that you guys are subscribed and notification bell is checked. Not only on the FxBigDog trading channel, but also on the Traders Network channel as well. And if you want a broker, check out ACAP. And if you want to get some free services for 12 months, absolutely go ahead and send us an email at support@tradersnetworkclub.com. We're certainly going to go ahead and help you out. With that being said, traders, this is FxBigDog and Cameron wishing you peace, joy, and successful trading. Until next week, happy trading, my friends.